Hello guys, Messenger of Death here, and we are back once again with some more Skryim Special Edition Survival Legendary Difficulty. And yeah, we need to find some snowfrush eggs for the rude gentleman Langley from last episode. Now, I don't remember where the hell most of them are, but he said search up high. Let's see if there's anything over this side. Lovely, there's one. We're going to be classed as somewhere high. I'm guessing they're all pretty much roughly around the top area. Somewhere. Oh, I just saw another one. One up there, eh? Oh, there's my horse Blaze. Decided to finally catch up, did you? I was trying to ride you earlier and you were being rather dismissive. I'm quite disappointing in you right now.
I have noticed that there seems to be a trend of women wearing subtle amounts of war paint on their lips and around their eyes and cheeks.
Yes?
Do you think I look attractive? What I mean is, does it make me look more attractive? Or did you not notice?
Never really paid attention, you see. Want to be careful I don't fall. I have a feeling there's definitely going to be one up here somewhere. Ooh, No. No. Do not fall. Ah. Wait, I just saw something. Salt pile. So there was a sack there. No. Nope. I'm going to fall. Oh, for crying out loud. There should be a snowfrush egg up there. Keyword should. I'm pretty positive on that one. Question is where?
Bosma who break the Green Pacts are called apostates. In Valenwood, they're treated similarly to how the Thalmor treat Talos worshippers.
Nope. I'm convinced there's definitely one up here. But the problem is getting to the end to get it.
Spinners, priests of Ephraim, are said to be able to
There's a
choose
sack.
and predict the future.
But I believe there will definitely be. Aha. Gotcha. I knew it. I knew there'd be one up here. I mean, come on, it's a fripping tree. Birds love making nests in trees, and it's tilted over. And there's one up there as well, I think, by the looks of things. Another one. Right. Ooh, what was that? Aha! Thought I saw one.
Damn it. All this walking is giving me a front wedgie. Oh, I said that out loud, didn't I?
Yes, your sexual innuendos never cease to get old. You always go on about them. I wish there was a little bit more to your character rather than it's just always something sexual or something to do with how attractive you are or something. Oh, yes, lovely. There's one on the roof. How many is that then? Let's have a little look. I don't think I have the quest toggled. Find at least 6 snowfish eggs. And how many have I got? 7. I need 1 more. Getting very cold up here. Surely there's going to be one up here somewhere. I mean... Ooh. There we are. 8 snowfish eggs. Lovely. I've got all 8 for you. Now about my bonus reward. Better be something good, Langley. You're already on a bad start with me. Let us warm up by the fire. Should probably eat some food as well. Just to be extra safe. And food. We need food. We'll have a hawker loaf.
Well done, you got the eggs. Very good.
I got all 8. What's my prize?
Your prize? Oh yes, here you go. Take my thanks and my gratitude. Very precious commodities indeed.
Really? You're a real piece of work. Here, take your damn eggs.
What? Well, I didn't need eggs. I just needed you out of the house for a bit so we could talk. Keep them. Turn them into an omelette for all I care. Anyway, Inigo and I have had a bit of a chat, and he's persuaded me that you can be trusted. It seems we 3 are in this together. I've given him my notes, and I'm sure he'll let you read through everything. If you have any questions, I'll do my best to answer them. Maybe you should talk to Inigo first, though.
Fine.
Good job getting those eggs, my friend. This Langley fellow may be a bit rude and gruff, but he's on our side. He gave me these. He found my father's journal, can you believe it? He also gave me 2 books he's written about his search for me.
How lovely.
They contain a lot of information about how important I am. They are very good books, but also sad. Apparently, I have my own prophecy. If you want to hear more about it, I'll tell you what I know. Langley says we are going to save the world.
That's right.
That is, of course, unless you think we have something better to do.
How does your head feel now?
It is still a little tender. Oh, that reminds me. You should ask Langley about the summon spell that has been causing my mind vibrations. He has a spare copy. Maybe he will let you give it a go. My mind is not keen on the idea, but I think a spell like that could be useful, my friend.
I see. Tell me about your prophecy.
I will tell you what I know.
What is the prophecy exactly? Actually, I want to know some details about the information Langley shared with you.
What details can I help you with?
What can you tell me about the Doom Strider?
Not much, I'm afraid. Langley is the man to ask about that. All I know is that I am destined to fight whatever or whoever it is. I hope you will be at my side when the time comes, my friend. Of course, I will do my best to keep this from interfering with my debt to you.
We're with you all the way to go.
It warms my heart to hear you say that, my friend. With your help, I know I can finally put some good back into this world.
Tell me about the books Langley gave you.
They are called In Search of a Champion and Da Vinci's Journal. My father wrote the journal, and Langley wrote In Search of a Champion. Langley's books contain the story of his search for me, and a few tales about Fergus and I. The journal is my father's personal account of our upbringing. In my opinion, the books are informative and quite moving.
I see. What have you learned about your past?
Like all Khajiit, my physical characteristics were probably determined by the moons at my birth. I seem to be the product of a very rare celestial alignment that only occurs briefly, every few hundred years or so. In the backward village where I was born, a blue child was seen as a bad moon omen. I would have been sacrificed if my birth mother had not smuggled Fergus and I away.
I see. Was Fergus in danger too?
We were not identical, but we were twins. Perhaps his life was forfeit by association. Whatever the case, I like to think that my birth mother could not bear the idea of separating us.
I see. If he was your twin, why wasn't he blue?
I can only guess that there was enough time between our births for the moons to shift. Langley thinks the alignment that produced me may only last for a few moments. I am incredibly unique, my friend.
I see. I already asked you about this. Why is it white?
Not much, I'm afraid.
Okay.
I hope you will be at my side when the time comes.
Can I ask you something
what
else?
would you like to know?
Tell me about Langley.
He is interesting.
How do his visions work?
Langley has dreams that often come true. He usually foresees the beginning, the middle, or the end of a future event, but never all three. So he may know that a man at the market will get into a fight, but he won't know why. Or he will see a dead man at the market, but not know how he died. To make matters worse, he sometimes sees two or more possible endings.
Interesting.
Until we met, he couldn't be sure that we ever would. He is understandably relieved.
I see. Tell me about his search for you.
Ever since I appeared in his dreams, he has been looking for me. All he knew in the beginning was that the champion was Khajiit, avoided death at an early age, and had blue fur. He finally heard about a remote village among the shifting sands of elsewhere that ritualistically sacrifices any child born among their number whose fur is blue.
I see.
He deduced that the champion was likely a blue child from this village that somehow escaped their fate. He set off in search of the village, but on the way he found a river hold and heard about me.
Interesting.
This was a few years after Fergus and I left to find our fortune though, so he began tracking us. Along the way he heard tales about my brother and I. He even collected mementos from our endeavors. You can see a few of them over there on those shelves by the chest. After finding Fergus, lying among the remains of our camp, he lost track of me. The years went by, and he grew weary. He eventually returned here, and employed a group of adventurers to continue the search for me, and to look for any signs of the Doomstrider.
I see.
He also paid a conjuration mage to concoct a summon Inigos spell. My mind vibrations were the result of him trying unsuccessfully to use the spell.
Very well. Can I ask you something
What
else?
would you like to know?
What is the prophecy
Okay,
exactly?
The Inigo prophecy. Somewhere out there in the world, there is a very nasty being gathering its strength.
I see.
If left unchecked, it will grow until its evil influence burns away all that is good in this world. It has appeared in Langley's dreams for many years, often as a gigantic figure striding through the land, leaving nothing but pain, anguish, and death in its wake. He calls it the Doomstrider. In the same dream, he sometimes sees a handsome blue Khajiit defeat the menace with his help. He calls this fellow the champion. That is me, my friend. Much of Langley's prophecy is hazy, and he says that sometimes his dreams show more than one possible outcome. But now he and I have finally met, he believes we stand a good chance of preventing much suffering.
Wonderful. So what happens next?
We wait for Langley to receive more information either from his sources or his dreams. When he hears something new, he will let us know.
Very well. How will he contact us?
He will use the summon spell to vibrate my mind again. My mind is not looking forward to it.
I see. I've heard enough for now.
Okay.
Any thoughts?
I am glad I am well again. The sore throat and overabundance of mucus was very annoying.
Any other thoughts?
Those items on the shelves Langley salvaged from my past bring back some good memories. The witches those skulls belonged to were very energetic. Removing their heads slowed them down.
I see. Any
Blowlaft's
thoughts?
club still smells a little. He was the most othersome giant I have ever put an end to.
Any other
That
thoughts?
helmet up there was only a little harder than the head of its owner. Luckily, the neck beneath it was quite soft.
Anything else?
This place smells safe and fascinating.
Anything else?
I'm hoping you lend me that ebony armor sometime.
Oh,
No, my mind is a song without words right now.
very well. Langley, can I ask you something?
If you must.
Can you tell me my
I'm afraid
future?
it doesn't work like that. Whenever I try to force a prediction, the results are usually extremely vague. My more accurate visions come to me in the form of dreams, though even then they show possibilities, not definite outcomes.
I see. Have you had any dreams about me?
No, not yet anyway. I occasionally get flashes of Mr. Dragonfly, but that probably doesn't mean very much. Over time, Inigos' fascination with the little fellow has obviously seeped into my dreams. I wouldn't feel too left out, though. If you have a place in all this, I'm sure you'll show up eventually.
I see. Tell me about your paintings.
They are not for sale.
Are they images from your visions?
Yes, I discovered my love of art in the Imperial City. Now I mainly use my talents to depict what I see in my dreams. I paint them as soon as I wake up. I find that locking a dream in place in the form of a picture often lends further insight.
Where do you get your materials?
I make my own. I mix various ingredients with a little oil to create paint, and I've discovered a skeever's tail makes quite a decent brush.
Very nice.
Unorthodox, but functional. The ability to improvise is useful when one is so far from civilization.
I suppose so. Can I ask you something else?
I suppose.
I want to know more about you.
I'm an intelligent and very complex man. Try being more specific.
When did you start receiving visions?
When I was very young, after I managed to convince people they were real, my father called them a gift. Most of the time, they're a bloody curse. For instance, I knew my mother was going to leave my father before she did. It's hard for a 9-year-old to know what to do with that information.
What do you do here?
When I was very young,
No,
for
wrong
instance,
thing.
it's hard for a 9-year-old to know what to do. I write and I experiment. I research and observe. I spend my days mapping out theories and ideas that strengthen humanity's intellectual grasp. I may not be very well known here, but my studies have earned me good standing among certain more rational factions of society.
I see. Tell me about your past.
I'm a native of Skryim, but I moved to Cyrodiil in my teens. I had a talent for magic, and I was packed off to the Imperial City on an apprenticeship. I never joined a guild or anything. I received my training from an angry little man called Barton Barrius. Bit of a pyromaniac, but a decent sort really. He never used his powers against humans, wouldn't hear of it. but he enjoyed burning everything else.
I see.
Anyway, he taught me a great deal about destruction magic, alchemy, and even how to hone my visions. He imbued in me a thirst for knowledge, and I soon began researching a variety of subjects outside the discipline of magic. When I returned to Skryim, I traveled the Hells, making gold by predicting the weather for farmers and such. But my main focus soon became science.
Interesting. What is science?
It's like magic, but more reliable. It's all about systematically building knowledge and collecting testable explanations. In short, it is the study of everything.
Interesting. Can I ask you something
I
else?
suppose.
Let's know more about this prophecy of yours.
The Inigo prophecy. Yes. What do you want to know?
Tell me everything.
Oh dear, I don't have time for that. Inigo knows a fair bit, and you have those books I gave him. If you know how to read. You look like you may have trouble with some of the bigger words.
Excuse
If
me.
you want someone to explain information to you that you already have written down, ask Inigo.
How do you know your prophecy will come to pass?
The truth is, I don't. But let's look at the evidence, shall we? On average, the accuracy of my visions is about 90%. That percentage goes up when the event I predict is closer in time and, or, the subjects of the event are known to me. The fact that Inigo and I have now met and had a chat suggests the chance the rest of my vision will come to pass has increased substantially. Do you follow?
Yes.
Good.
Tell me about the Doomstrider.
I'm horrified by how little I actually know on the subject. I think it's a human, or at least I believe it walks in a human form. My dreams and visions are often metaphorical, so it's hard to discern exactly what it is, or the nature of the destruction it'll bring.
Interesting. What does the Doomstrider look like in your dreams?
There are two dreams. In both, I see a towering, dead-minded, red-eyed monstrosity walking the world, leaving sorrow, death, and despair in its wake. The very gods are powerless to intervene. In one vision, I see them watch in horror as Nirn decays and rots.
What happens in your other vision?
That one is a little better. It starts out in much the same way, but this time the champion is there to stop the Doomstrider. I see a baby blue Khajiit elude death before his first birthday. I see him grow into a great warrior. I see him and I talking in earnest, and I see the gods rejoice as he defeats the demon.
Your vision does Inigo defeat the Doomstrider?
That is unclear to me. Perhaps now Inigo and I are known to one another, my dreams will offer up a clearer picture. I'll be sure to keep him posted.
Very well. The vision of the Doomstrider is metaphorical?
Yes, I hope so. I'm inclined to believe that the images I see are not literal. The destruction I witness could be my mind's way of translating any great catastrophe. Perhaps the Doomstrider is an evil man who gains great power. Perhaps it's not a man at all. Maybe it represents famine or disease, or even a wicked idea that infects every mind it touches. That said, considering Inigo is the champion, and his skill set revolves around killing, I think it is more likely that the Doomstrider has a corporeal form.
I see. Ask you something
suppose.
else. Tell me about this place.
What do you want to know?
What is with the statue outside?
I believe a group of Talos worshippers used to live here. I'm not sure where they went, but I fear they may have suffered an attack of some sort.
Interesting.
When I first arrived, there were a few collapsed shacks and a destroyed stable too. This is the only building that was intact. I needed to re-thatch the roof and fix areas of the walkway, but other than that, it was in tip-top condition.
So about the answers on the shells by the
They
table.
are relics of Inigo's past. The skulls are all that is left of a coven of witches he and his brother destroyed. The club belonged to the first giant he killed, and the big helmet at the top was once the property of Browolf the Broad, a fearsome tyrant.
I see.
That one was a near thing, but Inigo and Fergus dispatched him in the end. The stories behind each item are in the books I gave Inigo.
I see. Do you live here alone?
Yes, I find that stupidity can be contagious. To maintain one's intellectual prowess, it is important to keep one's distance from society as a whole. Of course, this does not apply to Inigo, and since he likes you so much, I'll suffer your company for as long as he wants you around.
It's just something else. Tell me about the summon Inigos spell.
It's rubbish. Tosh. Hardly works at all. All it seems to do is give poor Inigo vague directions to the summoner, and a headache.
Maybe you're doing it wrong.
I followed the instructions dutifully. There's no reason it shouldn't work. No one knows Inigo better than I do.
What's that got to do with anything?
The conjuration mage who created the spell told me that as long as I was Inigo's true friend, I should be able to get it to work. It's clearly broken. I'm the greatest ally Inigo has.
You're mistaken. I am Inigo's greatest ally.
How egocentric. You've just met him, relatively speaking. I've been tracking him most of my life. No, if the spell doesn't work for me, it won't work for anyone. Isn't that right, Inigo?
I think you should let him try it.
Do you mind? Exactly. What? Why?
Langley, I am sure we are great allies in the making, but my friend here and I have a more immediate bond.
What do you mean? Oh, I didn't realize you were an item.
Not that kind of bond. We have traveled together. We have enjoyed sharing our views on many subjects. We have
People
fought
think women are
bravely
vain
side
for
by
trying to
side.
look good.
I have placed my life in his hands. What I'm trying to say is, we are friends. Go on, hand over a copy of the spell. I am the only one who will suffer if it goes wrong.
I see. I won't argue with you, even though it's a waste of time. I will do as you ask.
Thank you. What is the worst that can happen?
You don't want to know. If we're going to do this, we must be scientific. Inigo, you stay here, and your friend and I will go outside. Once we're on the path, I'll give you the spell, and you can try unsuccessfully to teleport Inigo to us. Stare vacantly if you understand.
Good luck, my friend. I will wait and brace myself.
Very well.
Okay, you can quit the vacant gazing routine now. Come on. We should head outside and get this over with.
Very well.
Right, let's get started. Here is the spell. I had to pry it open just to read half the incantations. I doubt you'll have better luck.
You doubt me. I promise you. You are very much mistaken. Summon Inigo.
Conceivable. Just you wait, I bet your hands explode when you cast it. What? How did you do that?
Whoa! It worked! I am outside!
I don't know what to say.
Let us test its range. Try to place me farther away. Do it again! That felt good.
Convinced, Langley.
My friend, that was was wonderful. Did you see? One moment I was inside, casually not tasting Langley's cooking, then whoosh! I saw your face, and I was out here. It was amazing.
How does it feel?
It feels good. No mind vibrations at all. It is like a brief, warm embrace, followed by a pleasant, floaty sensation. There is something else.
What is that?
When you summoned me, I felt like I had a choice. That I could choose not to go if I didn't want to. This is a fantastic tool, my friend. I knew
Indeed.
you could do it. You are outstanding.
Thank you.
Observation. The subject seems to be physically unaffected by the spell. He is, however, exhibiting poor character judgment.
You're just jealous.
A funny fellow, Langley. Poor character judgment might be. My friend here did a fantastic job getting the spell to work.
Note, the subject is clearly delusional.
The subject does not sound nearly as good as the champion. Did I offend you in some way? I hope not. Without you, we
Apparently,
never would have gained
alchemists
such a
eat
wonderful
ingredients to
spell.
learn how to make
I hope
potions.
you know we
That
are
doesn't
grateful
sound
for
very
all you have
pleasant.
done.
It's not you, Inigo. It's him. The spell
As for
shouldn't
eating
work
thistles
with
and
just
antlers?
anyone. It
That
was
sounds painful.
supposed to form a link between us. This idiot broke it.
I think that maybe the spell works because of the link my friend and I already share. You should not take it personally. We three are a team now. We need each other and should not be fighting amongst ourselves.
You and I are a team. All this moron can do is collect eggs. How useful is that going to be when we take on the
That
Doomstrider?
is only one of my friend's many talents. Trust me, you could not wish for a more worthy ally.
You should listen
We
to
shall
him.
see. I hope you're right. I'm getting cold. I think I'll head inside. Feel free to make yourself at home and stay as long as you like. When you leave, I'll be sure to contact you with my lesser version of the spell if I hear anything new.
Thank you, Langley. I am glad we finally met.
I am too. I can see you're every bit the champion this world needs. I'll see you soon. I'm sorry if I spoke out of turn earlier. I'm sure you don't mean to be annoying.
I'll do what Inigos says. Apology accepted.
Yes, I agree. Please don't take anything I say to heart. I know I can be insufferable at times. Right. Goodbye for now.
Goodbye. Well, not really. I need to stay at your place and get some rest. It is cold and I am tired. Getting some sleep will do wonders. Lovely. I'll sleep for 11 hours. And that should sort me out. Be well rested for my next journey. Lovely. Well, let's eat some food, shall we? We have some more hawker loaf. And we'll eat a dumpling. No. We'll eat some braided bread. Lovely.
I am glad you are giving Langley a chance, my friend. I believe he means well, even if he is not very good at showing it.
I want to knock his block
I
off.
do not blame you. He is quite a character. But accepting his apology helped smooth things over, I think. Anyway, we solved the mystery of my vibrating brain, and you got a powerful new spell. A spell they do not teach at any college, I'll wager.
Suppose that's
I am
true.
still trying to digest everything Langley told me. There is a lot to sort through.
Indeed,
For
Inigo.
now, we get on with our lives until he contacts us again. I have a feeling we are at the beginning of a fantastic adventure, my friend.
Very well. Blaze. Let's ride.
one thing I don't like. It is people who think they are really tough and special and
What's
pissed all
going
the
on?
time. Also, don't you just hate those people who talk about pointless stuff that they really should keep to themselves? What? Why are you looking at me like that?
Is my horse over encumbered? I don't understand.
Hmm? Gotcha.
There we go. I'm guessing he's over encumbered. Okay, Blaze is definitely break. I don't like this convenient horses mod. Well, it's cool, I suppose, well, we do get the ability to store things. It just makes it so I can't ride the bloody mount half the time because the menu breaks. You know what? I'm going to call the episode here. If you've enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I thought we've been through a lot of dialogue. A lot of time has passed. Thank you very much, guys, for watching. Hope you have a wonderful day. Peace.